Alright, Elise, let's take a look at your video from the side view now. Once again, up top is the above water view, and down below the below water view. Right there, that stroke, we can see the two things that we talked about, or actually see all three things we talked about. Head position, great. The arm comes out and basically extends above the water as much as yours is extended. It's entering the water bent. Um, but basically the whole arm is entering as a whole rather than fingertips, hand, wrist, forearm, so on. The other thing we can see is that that hand is pointed in this direction rather than this direction, so it's coming across the body. Want to make sure that that goes out straight. Right arm, same thing, extending out above the water. We want to get that arm into the water a piece at a time. So what happens when this is extended out there? And you'll notice on this stroke, the upper arm and elbow are going in before the hand ever even touches the water here. What happens when you extend this arm out this way above water, then the hips and legs want to drop. The lower end here wants to drop down. In order to compensate from that, I'll show you something here. In order to compensate for those hips that are dropping, here's what's going to happen. We start out here in a great position. Let me get rid of that. With the arm straight out. What should happen is you hold that arm out there until this arm, the recovery arm, comes around and is almost ready to enter the water. But because the hips are wanting to drop slightly, what this arm is going to do is it's going to push straight down. Pushing straight down here with this arm will help the lower body come up. So we see that arm push straight down, and then finally, somewhere, not even right here, it's all the way down to here before it actually starts pulling backwards. And now we see it start to pull. All this movement and energy from here until somewhere in here, all that energy is gone not to propel you forward, but to keep your hips up on top of the water, your lower body up on top of the water. So in a sense, if we can take care of that, keeping your body on top of the water, keeping you in balance, then we don't have to waste this energy pushing downward to keep you up. We can use that energy to pull and move you forward. And that's what we're looking for. The way to make that happen, once again, this arm is going to have to push down. That time it wasn't as bad. This arm is just ready to enter the water, and this arm is still in the front quadrant. And when I say front quadrant, if we divide this into 4 quadrants here, this is the front quadrant we talk about when we talk about front quadrant swimming. We want one of your arms always in that quadrant. And if we move you forward, that kind of happened here. This arm is still in, and actually this one has entered the water, so it's actually in that quadrant, although right on top of the water. So had you entered the water and come down and extended, you'd have been in that front quadrant there. So that wasn't too bad, but once again, the arm is pushing down, and it's not until about right here where it starts pulling backwards. What we want to see, rather than the arm do kind of like this, So rather than it just kind of go straight down, what we'd like to see is this arm be kind of straight, and then the next move is to kind of get the elbow high. It's called the catch, where the elbow stays up and the forearm slightly bends down. And then the next move, the elbow will drop just slightly, but the forearm has come much more down. And then once again, slight elbow drop, like this. It's like you're wrapping that arm around a barrel. You want to wrap that arm around, and then all your force is being used to pull backwards this way instead of pushing downwards. So the way to achieve that is to get this arm into the water properly, and that is, as we bring this upper arm forward, we'd want it more at this angle right here with the fingertips. This is good position for them to enter the water right here where they are. They would create a little hole in the water. The fingertips would enter, create that hole, followed by the hand, followed by the wrist, the forearm, and eventually everything comes through here and extends out underwater as opposed to above water. You do that, you'll keep your body in balance better and allow this hand to pull back rather than push down. We see this one push down here and now pull back. Push down and then pull back. Very good head position. Your body position is not bad, but you're maintaining that good body position by pushing these hands down. We'd like to maintain that good body position by doing all the other things correct. You're getting the head position correct. It's just the arms entering the water that are causing these hands to push down. The drills you can do to correct all of these problems, side kick is the basic fundamental drill. And then single switch and triple switch would be the next two drills you would want to take on, and in that order. And then finally, close fist drill. Those are the four drills that for you are going to make the biggest difference in your swim right now. Good looking stroke, just a couple of little minor things we need to address, and you work on those drills, they will address those issues, and your swim stroke will get a lot faster and a lot more efficient. Good job, Elise.